Do you think that this labor shortage is going to change anytime soon, or this is something we're going to be faced with for months or possibly even years ahead of us?
I think it is going to change. The unemployment situation certainly is changed, and with those benefits running out, that's certainly put more people back in the workforce. But unfortunately, we have a lot of other variables. We have a lot of people that decided to take early retirement, whether they were self-employed or not. And then we had a lot of people decide to go back to school. We had millions of people that are still dealing with childcare issues, and so there's a large amount of variables that are affecting this. And I'm not an economist, and I'm not able to really say exactly, but I feel like it's gotten a little bit better, and I think it will continue to get better. But as an employer, we had to be willing to go above and beyond to recruit top talent. And, even if it's just a really good contractor, a good contractor versus a marginal contractor will make the difference of your life being a smooth, I don't know if smooth is the right word, but being, things going well versus things going miserably.
Mhm.
So, I think it's really important to, and I'm not saying that you pay them more necessarily, but you treat them well, and there's a lot of things that we can do to make sure that you can do to make sure that you retain those good folks that are working for you, contractor or otherwise. But having that proactive communication early on, making everything very clear, and paying them when you're supposed to pay them, upholding your end of the bargain,
Mhm.
making the scope of work crystal clear. To me, that's equally as important as the draw schedule. If your scope of work, is missing quite a, six different things, and then you in your mind expected the contractor would do those things, that's not fair. That's not actually true. I feel like if it's not on the scope of work or reasonably a part of the items that were on the scope of work, you know, that's where arguments can arise. So I really believe in having a clear scope of work and a very clear draw schedule, and that will set you up for success. Both, and it'll create a win-win with you and your contractor. But when as an investor, you don't have a good scope of work, you don't have a good draw schedule, or God forbid, you don't even have a contract. Well, you know, if you find somebody good, you're probably not going to be able to keep them around very long because they feel left down, and they got to have five other people calling for jobs that they need help on. And so that's one of many things. Probably some of the top things that I'd recommend. And of course, pay is important. If you can afford a few more bucks, then do that. And our nature as investors is to cut costs and to keep costs down. But I've learned lately that it's kind of like the you get what you pay for type thing, and that
Mhm.
pay a few more bucks. I don't know, per rehab, maybe it's 5 grand or something. But if you're going to make 30 or 40 or 50, and your life is easier, and you don't have to spend your time recruiting, what's your time worth? You don't have to spend time going to court and suing a contractor. I mean, you have to equate in a lot of those things. And good contractors are very valuable, very hard to find now more than ever. So, and we should treat people fairly, and we have a responsibility as an owner, as an investor, um, to uphold our end of the bargain. So I'm just trying to be kind of Switzerland here, and but that does not mean that we don't uphold the highest expectations of the quality of work, holding true to our contract, to the draw schedule. All of those things are non-negotiable items. So don't confuse what I'm saying for negotiating on any of that stuff. But we want to be able to keep good people once we find them.